we're working with Ben. So I haven't seen Ben for probably a couple of weeks, lesson-wise. He's been busy playing and getting out and practicing, and he started a new YouTube channel, so it's definitely worth a watch. I'm going to ask him in a sec what his YouTube channel is, but he's been very busy. Hey Ben! So yeah, we're going to have a lesson. We haven't had a lesson. When was the last time we had a lesson? About 3 months ago, so we're going to have a lesson now. So we'll let know how it goes. Remember Ben?
Hey guys, you alright?
So we're just going to have a little walk and get a coffee, and then we're going to come back and hit some balls.
Awesome.
Alright?
You're buying, mate.
I will. So, suck it in. So here with Ben. Ben, I've been working with you for how long?
What, as lessons?
Yeah.
Probably about a year.
Okay.
Maybe, no, not even quite that yet.
No, it's not a year.
About 9.5 months-ish.
So,
Ish.
So we, the challenge was to get you to 5, wasn't it? So talked about goal setting and getting Ben down to 5. This winter's been tricky though, hasn't it?
Yeah, because the course has been closed a lot.
The whole of the world has been underwater.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've still been getting out though, haven't you?
Yeah, pretty much as much as I possibly can. Whenever I've got an opportunity, I get out and play 9 at least, or come and hit some balls.
And how would you say the last 6 months have gone for you?
Ridiculously well. Golf-wise, I know it sounds touching all the woods, but
yeah.
It's been going really, really well.
Cool.
Even though my handicap's 9.6 officially,
yeah.
I probably feel like I'm more playing like a 6 or 7.
Fab.
Scores have been consistently around that for the last 3 months.
Cool.
There's only been 1 or 2 that have gone a bit wayward, but they're all gonna. Yeah. There's going to be a couple, aren't there?
That's the interesting thing. Last year, when we felt we were getting there, and then you had one that a little bit flip, you had an absolute meltdown.
Threw my toys out the pram. Bit of emotional wreck I was.
Yeah, but I do think now, I think that's for me as a coach, not a friend watching it. Yeah. That's what I'd say is the biggie, is emotionally you're so much more stable and you deal with it better. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would absolutely say that's fair.
So we're going to watch Ben hit a few and then chat a few things through.
Are a little bit toey.
Okay.
And then I get a random heely one, but the toey ones seem to be the issue.
Okay.
But then I actually still get a really good distance out of it.
Well, should we just hit some 7s or something to warm up with?
Good 7s.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we aiming for?
7-9 to start with first. Straight over the 200.
Straight over the 200. That'd be fab.
I'm hoping it goes a bit further than 200, but we'll see.
There is a lot of wind out there, and that's the big, I think people need to remember this winter, is if they're going to driving ranges and they're hitting balls, they need to take into account the wind for sure.
I saw your Instagram post yesterday actually, talking about cold and that sort of thing, and I noticed a massive difference.
What? How much yardage extra do you reckon, or less?
It's a bit weird for me because I'm trying to control my swing a little bit more to try and swing within myself, but it's got to be about 15-20 yards easy. See,
that's crazy.
So I can hit one full as hard as I can. Yeah. Say a 7-9 for example, and in the summer I'll be hitting 200, 205 easy. Yeah. But at the moment, it's about, if I want to go full tits, full out at it. Full out at it.
Full tits out.
Full tits out, mate. Full out at it. It's probably about 180-ish, and that's not down to me. That's down to the cold, definitely. Yeah, and that's what people have to take on board for sure. Yeah. Right. So a couple last shots. Sorry, I have to get comfy.
That's all right. Oh, it's bright, isn't it?
It is bright.
So, what did you just say there that we just didn't get on camera, that we're going to get on camera now?
I think the margin of error has shrunk a lot.
Yeah.
So basically, how bad's my bad has actually got a lot better, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm not getting the one that's 100 yards right or 100 yards left. When it goes wrong, it's actually within the parameters of the fairway or the rough. So I'm not losing balls OB anymore. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
without doubt.
How bad's my bad is
and I think
a lot better.
The big thing is now, because the weather has been so dreadful, we've not we don't really know how far you're hitting it.
Not yet.
Not yet an exact kind of terminology. So over the next couple of weeks, fingers crossed it gets better weather-wise, we'll get the GC2 out and do a bit of yardage and a bit of gap testing.
Well, fingers crossed, that'd be nice.
Fingers crossed. And I think that will play a big part, because you're probably stuck between a couple of yardages and a couple of different clubs, and then you won't commit to one or other.
Yeah.
So I think winter's a funny one for people not knowing how far they hit it, and hopefully when we come out of winter, then we'll be on it. 5,
Yep.
Here we come. So yeah, we're going to go up a club because we've warmed up with your 7. We're going to go up to maybe a fairway wood just to see how we're getting on then. So this is your 2 iron.
Yeah.
Do you use it? You obviously don't use it a lot in winter.
I've used it. You can tell me off for this, but I've only used it on hole 4 here.
Okay.
Because I've been going for the green with it. That's the only reason I've been using it.
Ben, how long's the hole?
240.
Oh, okay.
Because the yellows are a bit further forward.
Got you.
So it's 240, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
And the cold wind, all that. But when it's back, I'm using the free wood at the moment.
Wow.
So
okay.
It's
Okay. So just as a little question, just as a little reality check, the 4th hole has got how many bunkers? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bunkers. It's over a mound. You can't see the green. It's a massive dogleg right. And Ben, how many times have you greened it?
I've
Or close?
double-eagled it 3 times in the last 10.
And I've watched it.
And a few times birdie-wise, and then parred. I've only had one bogey in 10 since I've started going for it. But that's just.
Good. So if you think what we've worked on in the past in terms of getting your bottom half moving,
Yeah.
that's still the odd one, is the kind of straightening up through impact. And I do think there's a lot to be said for the ground conditions. So
Yeah.
if you think if your body wants to stay still, your body doesn't want to jump around in this. So it's easier for your body to potentially do this and try and grab onto the ground than it is to rotate.
I'd actually say that's really true, because the bad shots of it on the course is when the ground's so slippy that I'm clinging on with my toes for dear life to try and make a consistent
Have you
swing.
felt like in your calves and stuff as well, like real tension? I guess being a rugby boy, that's no
yeah.
You'd be like, no.
No, my calves don't. I don't struggle with my calves.
Yeah.
But my lower back sometimes.
You
Because
get
I'm
tension.
really trying to get up. If that makes sense. Not calves so much. Well,
Yeah, look at
not
those.
the calves.
Look at those philmickleson bad boys. But yeah, so that's all I would say is potentially this weather at the moment, there is a lot of people struggling with body turn because they're not getting enough like ground force.
Yeah.
The ground is so minging. Okay, that's the technical term.
Minging.
Minging.
Minging, mate.
Right, a couple more then. How did that swing feel? Forget the flight. How did that feel?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
But when I made contact, it felt like I caught up on the mat afterwards, so I was kind of forcing the follow through. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Is that even a thing? I've just made that up. Really.
No, so what you'll sometimes get is the as soon as we hit the mat, because some of the mats are a bit wobbly, you end up hitting too much mat.
Yeah. I don't think it would have been an issue on the course.
No.
It was just.
You just got covered in it.
Yeah.
Better. Look at you follow through. Look at your finish position.
Is that better?
There's your Shakira hips.
Shakira.
So this next one, if you just step away from the ball, I want you to get to the top of your swing.
Yeah.
And when you get to the top of your swing, you're going to feel like your hips are turning through, but also your hands and arms are coming through as well.
Okay.
They don't need to whip through like that in terms of massive.
Yeah, but I was just trying to
Just
cool.
overcook it first. 4 lefts.
Get it over, yeah?
Yeah, please. That's wonderful. I have no idea where that's gone.
It sounded out in the middle.
Okay.
I lost it.
Okay. I can't see the flight in the sky. But like I said, so you're moving better. We've just got to get your arms now working with it, because we've not talked about your arms really. We've just been trying to get your bigger muscles moving.
Yeah.
Okay. So that, I think, when we start to straighten up and you just leave the club face open, that's when you hit your rights. And in this wind, it's right going right.
And it only seems to be with the woods as well.
Yeah.
Everything else I'm kind of keep it in, if that makes sense. The feeling's a bit weird though. That's the best one of it.
If you hit like that, I'd take weird feeling.
That's the best one of it.
In your head, what's it feel like? What are you trying to do?
Literally trying to turn my hands over.
Okay.
Loads, but I know I don't do that on my swing, it's just pre-shot. Stand up a little bit more, if that makes sense. Because then I don't feel like I have to jump.
Okay.
So it's keeping me...
Just make sure you don't then just get too rigid at your top half, okay?
Yeah. It's alright.
That's alright. So the bottom half's got to move again, because you can't work on a release. You can, but it'll just go anywhere. Whereas if your body is turning through it, then it's easier to get this working. Whereas if you do this, you
don't have to do that. The tummy sticks out far enough as it is.
My back. So does that make sense?
It makes absolute sense.
So I think we haven't discussed release with your hands because we haven't been able to, because your body hasn't moved, whereas the last 3 months your body's moved much better.
Yeah.
Okay, right, last couple then.
Last couple.